July 11th, 1984. A storm rolls over St. Louis, and somewhere inside that storm sits a boy. It's his first flight, his first time leaving home. And as the plane rattles into the dark, he wonders if this is how courage begins. When we landed, it wasn't relief that met me. It was silence. A bus, dimly lit, filled with 60 young men, all strangers, all staring forward. No words, no laughter. Just the hum of the engine, the quiet knowing that none of us knew what waited on the other side. When the bus doors opened, the yelling began. Names, taunts, orders barked like thunder. That night, and for the next 8 weeks, we were stripped of everything familiar. No names, no privacy, no comfort. We were torn down so we could be rebuilt. But in the middle of that storm, something extraordinary happened. Amid the shouting, the hunger, the aching feet, we began to see each other. The boy from Detroit who missed his baby sister, the kid from Georgia who hadn't slept 3 nights straight, the quiet one from Texas who couldn't swim but jumped in anyway. And somewhere between the mud and the midnight drills, we became brothers. Not by birth, not by choice, but by bond. 8 weeks. That's all it took for strangers to become a family, to learn that survival isn't a solo sport, it's something we do together. Even after we graduated, even as we scattered across the world, that brotherhood never really left. Because once you've suffered with someone, once you've carried their burden as your own, you see them differently. You see everyone differently. That's the real secret of basic training. It's not just about strength. It's about stripping away the illusion that we're different. You see, before the uniform, we were divided by everything: race, class, accent, politics, pride. But when you're cold, tired, and hungry together, none of that matters. The military calls it resocialization. I call it rebirth. That's what shared suffering does. It overrides the in-group, out-group bias, that ancient wiring in our brains that tells us who is us and who is them. But when the storm hits, there is no us and them. There's only we. The we that carries. The we that endures. The we that survives. And maybe that's where empathy begins. Not in comfort, but in crisis. Because pain is a universal language. It's the great equalizer. It doesn't care where you came from, what you believe, or who you voted for. Pain says, we're human. And that is the start of every true brotherhood. Empathy, at its core, is the art of remembering what connects us when everything around us tells us we're divided. It's not soft, it's survival. It's the same way those drill sergeants had 8 weeks to turn boys into brothers. We have our own small windows. Moments every day to see someone differently, to look past their words, their armor, their I'm fine, and ask, are you really? Because if brotherhood can be built in a storm, then empathy can be built anywhere. And maybe that's what this whole journey is about. Not finding comfort, but finding connection. Not waiting for someone else to change, but becoming the kind of person who can't want to stay the same. So the next time the storm comes, and it will, remember what you learned in the rain. That fear can forge families. That pain can produce purpose. That empathy is the discipline of the heart. This is a journey into brotherhood, and it's only the beginning. Each episode we will journey into empathy, journey into our souls, and journey into the journey of change. Join us again in our next video. We'll learn together, grow together, fit together. We will change the world one moment at a time.